This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Did you watch the new trailer that dropped yesterday for Mean Girls, the musical?
Just this morning.
You just watched it this morning. Yeah, it's going to be in theaters January 12th, but it's not called Mean Girls, the musical. And the actual trailer is very misleading because there is not one single tease of anyone singing in it.
Okay, hold on, though. There is a Mean Girls musical that's traveling right now,
on
right?
stage, correct.
Yeah. And are we sure that the movie is going to be a musical as well?
Yes.
And you're not just combining those two things?
The girl that has been cast as Regina George is a known pop star.
Okay.
That's like just starting to really take off. She was in Sex Life of College Girls, which was an HBO show. It's got a couple seasons, and she's really talented.
All right. So, yeah, it doesn't show at all that it's a musical. Even their scene, this looks like a spitting image in a lot of ways of the 2004 Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even the scene where they're all dressed up in the sexy little Santa suits singing on stage, it doesn't show any of the singing.
No, it doesn't.
It just shows the dancing. So they don't want people to think it's a musical, maybe?
But also, Tina Fey is in it. I think she can sing. Pam from The Office is one of the moms in it. I don't know if I've ever heard her sing. John Hamm is one of the teachers in it. Can he sing?
I've got a few of the clips from those two.
Welcome to Health and Human Sexuality. We'll be getting into abstinence, of course, then followed by in the spring, condoms and choking.
You're learning things now that I don't know how to teach.
Pam and Ham.
It's interesting that Pam is at that age, that she is a teenager's mom. And there was a quote on this trailer that has a lot of people fired up online.
Yeah, you can't hear it in the trailer, but in big, bold, pink letters at the very beginning of the Mean Girls trailer, it says, "Not your mother's Mean Girls." What? Like, I don't even know if I was able to drive yet when this movie first came out, when the original came out. You can't just assume that everyone that loved Mean Girls is now a mom with teenagers.
Okay, but let's say you were in the same age as the girls in Mean Girls, which is a high school show. So let's say you were...
I was like a newly licensed driver. I think I was 16 when it came out.
No, in 2004. No, you would have been 14.
Oh, yeah, right.
So... like 16 and 17-year-olds would be 36 and 37 now. So I guess that's mom age, but not really necessarily mom age for kids to be watching that movie yet. So they did kind of mess that up a little bit.
A little bit. Just because, just based off of, my girlfriends, the group that I roll with, I think the oldest kid that one of them has is maybe 7.
Right. Not ready yet for this.
We're still the ones that want to go watch it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's why everybody's so fired up. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you had kids in your early 20s, you would have teenagers now if you were in that era.
And it's true. There are some people that get pregnant right after graduation
or before
high school. They married their high school sweetheart, and that's fine too. That's so amazing that you can bring your teenager to this movie.
Yeah.
But it's just everyone's reaction when it was in big bold letters, "Not your mother's Mean Girls." We were all like, the audacity. But no, I think it looks kind of bad, but I'm already obsessed with it. I can't wait to watch it.
It's crazy how, like I said, a spitting image, it looks like so many of the storylines look exactly the same. Like the burn book is in there, the dancing scene, the Regina George's overprotective mother.
I find it interesting that they are highlighting Regina George as the main character this time, not the character that Lindsay Lohan played in the original. She seems like she's a secondary character because the girl that's playing Regina George is a very well-known
big deal
pop
right
star.
Now. Yeah, it'll be good. Comes out January 12th.
You got it.
Here's another list of 7 somethings. It's Ryder and Lisa's top 7 at 7.
You guys are coming through right now on the text line with some suggestions that should make the list. A few of them have. Some that almost made it. Not mentioning that gratuity is already added.
Yeah, when you go out for dinner with a group of people.
A big group,
you tip, and then you look on your receipt and you're like, wait, the tip was already added?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Making terms and conditions too long.
Do people actually read those?
I think some people try to. Not picking up your dog poop. And that's the honorable mentions. So let's start counting them down. The top 7 things that aren't illegal, but probably should be. Not knowing your drink order.
I like that one. That was suggested by Liz on the text line. How do you not know what your go-to drink is? I feel like I am that person, though.
Yeah, isn't Liz like your friend that you went drinking with last week? This is a personal attack on you, but I like it.
I think so, yeah.
At number 6, tipping options at places that don't really deserve them.
Especially when they shove the machine in your face and they're like, sorry, you're going to have to hit this button before you can proceed to put your card in. And I'm like, I have to either write a tip or zero.
Look like a cheap ass. Yeah, it's rough.
But
right
all
now.
you're doing is like turning around and grabbing me something and then handing it to me. I don't know.
I feel like this is targeted.
What do you mean?
Well, are you willing to burn bridges with your barista friends right now? Because this feels like a Starbucks burn.
I think it happens in more places than Starbucks.
Okay, but that's what you were thinking about, wasn't it?
I always tip.
I had a friend who was telling me that he was asked for a tip at like a cafeteria-style grab-and-go the other day.
That's what I mean. Like it's like a...
So like, at a hospital or whatever, where you like
Yeah.
grab your own sandwich and your own drink and your own tray, and then you clean up your own tray. Why do I have to tip right now?
Well, maybe they made the sandwiches.
Yeah, but we haven't had to tip the people that are making sandwiches before.
No, you're right. It doesn't make sense.
So that should be illegal. At number 5, we apologize. This one's on us, and it's been suggested quite a few times on the text line. Sirens in radio ads or songs.
Sorry about that. Good for you for being on top of it, though.
It is really ridiculous that that's even allowed, though.
Yeah.
At number 4, listening to things on your phone in public when you don't have headphones, or even like taking a call on speakerphone when you hold it like you're going to eat it, and you just loudly yell at your phone.
The
Don't.
only time that I like that is in elevators because I hate the awkward silence. I'm totally fine if somebody's talking into their phone or watching a loud video in an elevator. That's it.
Okay, weird twist. Put it in the law. We're counting down the top 7 things that aren't illegal that should be. Number 3, we have microwaving fish at work. And number 2, having a fake close or okay button on a pop-up ad. So you think you're closing it out, and then all of a sudden it pops up a new browser. And
It's kind of brilliant, though.
I know, but it should be illegal. You shouldn't like have fake closeout signs on browsers. You should know what that X button does. Oh, that one really frustrates me. Gets me every time. At number 1, things that shouldn't be illegal. Things that should be illegal that aren't.
There you go.
Just the fees right now
Fees. What are these fees? What?
on everything.
On everything. What's this $4 charge? What's this $12 charge on top of that $4 charge?
It's insane. Like, you sell Oilers tickets right now. If you go through that Ticketmaster verified resale, let's say you sell your tickets for $200.
Okay.
You get about 150 of that.
What's the rest for?
Ticketmaster gets it.
Yeah.
And then also the person who's buying them doesn't just pay $200. They have to pay the Ticketmaster fees too.
What?
So they're getting from the buyer and the seller right now, which feels ridiculous.
No, it's insane. And it's kind of nice to see artists that are mad too for their fans.
Yeah, no, it's true. My favorite comic, Theo Vaughn, almost every time he talks about a show, he's like, don't buy these for heightened prices. If there's enough demand, I'll just come and do another show there.
Yeah.
I want you to pay the ticket price that I think the show is worth. Because if people start rolling in, paying triple that, they're going to expect them to be way too funny.
A lot of people are agreeing with you about those ads with the fake exit button. So
okay, good. That was
great job. Another honorable mention, Shalane said, not signaling. Come on.
Oh, yeah. We didn't do any traffic ones.
No traffic ones, which is shocking to me. Like the no wave.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, we
don't
could do
wave,
an entire top 7.
I should be able to call the cops if you're not giving me a courtesy wave when I let you. I'm just kidding.
Is Lady Gaga annoying?
Apparently.
I didn't see this coming.
Okay, so Carly Waddle sat down for an interview, And she said that Lady Gaga and her went to college together. And during lunch, Lady Gaga would always sing in the cafeteria. Like she'd sit down at the piano that they had over in the corner. Or she would just like start singing a cappella. And she's like, Lady Gaga was annoying. She was like Mrs. Showtime at all times. And so this girl, Carly, was like, we were all just trying to eat our sandwiches in peace.
Right. Yeah, can you imagine if you were at a school cafeteria and then somebody was just singing loudly right by you all the time?
So keep in mind, Carly Waddle, the reason she's like on a podcast and talking, she was on The Bachelor. So they went to art school together, arts college, which in my mind gives kind of a pass.
Yeah.
She's practicing. She doesn't have time to sit down in the cafeteria and not think about work. She is hustling, and look how far she's come. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Man, I was in the drama program at Red Deer College, and the people that go to theater school, art school, are just
Hey. Watch what you're saying. As someone who did St. Albert Children's Theater for over a decade, you better watch your mouth.
Yeah, I was just going to say they're like over the top.
Yeah.
Any opportunity that they can get to like get attention from other people, that's why I got out of it. I just couldn't
Hello, you hang out with me every single day.
Yeah, but these people were next level.
Oh, okay.
Like the one guy, I was actually roommates with him, refused to sleep on beds.
Why?
Because like it
Was he method
just
acting?
wasn't artsy enough for him.
Oh.
So he slept on the floor everywhere in our place. In the middle of the, like I'd be sitting there watching sports, eating cereal for breakfast before my classes start, and he'd be snoring right in front of the TV. I'd be like, this jackass.
Hey,
I could just see, I'm not saying all artsy types are like this, but
you can understand why someone might not like Lady Gaga in college. So what she would sing at lunch, this makes it even better. She would sing songs from Wicked, the musical, which is a spin-off of The Wizard of Oz. I could just see her standing on a table in the corner singing Defying Gravity.
And now the internet has taken over.
Yes.
And so like people will say things like, I'm trying to eat my sandwich, and then there's just a video of Lady Gaga doing her like table read from
A Star Is Born, when she's like, in the shadow. And then like zooms in on Bradley Cooper, who just looks like sitting at the table with his head in his hand. Like, are you done yet? It's so good.
Because you think of it in that context. When he was actually like, oh my goodness, this woman is incredibly talented. You could see it in his eyes as well.
Side note, I don't think I'll ever be able to ride that high when we all thought Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga were in love. There was nothing like it. There was nothing like it.
Do you think Gaga's upset that like this is a story now that she was annoying in high school?
Well, remember that Facebook group that went viral recently? So it's from way back in the day, and it was her actual name, Stephanie, and it said Stephanie will never be famous. And it was like a fan group page from, I think, what sounds like people she went to university with. They like made this bully group about her.
Oh.
She must have been annoying. And I hate to say that because I am such a little monster. But
I'm also very happy she made it when things like that were happening behind the scenes.
People are just trying to eat their eggs right now.
Yeah, so can you stop now? There is a couple that got pretty lucky right after their wedding. Probably the night of as well.
Yeah, that seems to be rare. I don't know. The more couples I talk to, the more are like, oh no, there was no way. Like we were too tired, or you couldn't get my dress off, or too intoxicated. Like I actually think statistically, it doesn't happen.
I bet that stat is available. Mm-hmm. You should do a little digging while I tell this story.
Okay.
We'll get to that. But yeah, they got very lucky the day after their wedding. A man in Michigan bought a Diamonds and Pearls scratch ticket.
Oh, get out. How much?
It was a $1 ticket, and he gave it to his wife the next day. I don't know if they were just like chilling in their room or what, but $1 million is what they won.
Can I get my $100 back that I put in my card on their wedding, for their wedding gift?
First thing I thought about too.
Oh my gosh, are we cheap?
Yeah, I
What's
guess.
wrong with us? How is that the first? Instead of, wow, good for them, congrats, I'm like, I want my $100.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so terrible.
I would be rattled, especially if I was like, oh, they could really use it. Maybe I'll throw $200 in this card.
40% of couples get it on their wedding night. 20% of guests get it on when they're at a wedding, like that night with whoever they brought or their
I figured it'd be closer to like 20% get it on at the wedding dance, like in the bathroom.
When Pony Genuine comes on, your local DJ.
Can you imagine winning $1 million, though, the day after your wedding? How, like, blessed you'd feel?
That's amazing.
Like, you would really feel like you made the right decision tying the knot, I think, if you had that kind of luck the next day.
What did they treat themselves to?
Well, that's what ticks me off here. They're planning to just invest it.
That is such a boring answer. Listen, if any of our listeners are ever going to win the lottery and you're interviewed, no. Even if you are, can you lie and say something cool?
Have one cool answer, even if it's like, yeah, we're going shoe shopping.
Yeah, what's your cool answer? If you were winning the lottery and someone said, what's the first thing you're going to spend your money on?
Don't say investing. Everybody's just going to be like, you guys suck.
We're going to put it away for the future.
Yeah, put most of it away. But
for sure.
They should have said that they were going to go next level with their honeymoon, maybe. Right? Like if you just got married, like, yeah, we were just going to go, drive a couple hours. Now we're going to go to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give the people what they want, man. Anyway, congratulations to this stupid couple. Where's my $100?
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
Caller 7, Danielle, getting through for the first time. Your chance at $1,000. You say you play along often. Only about 5% of the time do you match all 5 words with either Lisa or myself. So you got a 1 in 20 chance.
Yeah, it's a risk, but we'll try our best, right, Danielle?
You bet.
Okay.
So you're going to pick a teammate, either Lisa or myself, who will leave the room. We're going to give you 5 words. You tell us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite your teammate back in to play the same game. They haven't heard any of your answers and don't even know the words. Mm-hmm. For every answer that's the same as yours, you get $25. If we hit them all, it's $1,000.
Who's your teammate, Danielle?
Gonna go with Ryder.
Nice. Okay.
It's always me.
Because my words are awesome. Okay. I'm going to start your 25-second timer right after I say the first word. Good luck, Danielle.
Thanks.
What comes to mind when I say jog?
Run.
Keys.
Car.
Text.
Phone.
Puppy.
Dog.
Plug. Plug.
In.
Good answer. And you know what? Even with that stall, you still had 7 seconds left on the clock. Okay. Ryder, are you ready?
Yes.
I'm not, because I just closed out my tab. Give me 1 second. Okay. Ryder, what is the first word that comes to mind when I say jog?
Run.
$25, Danielle. Puppy.
Dog.
$50. Text.
Come on.
I know. It's tough. Text. What comes to mind?
Well, I'm going to go with the first word I thought of, message.
Phone is what Danielle said.
Yes.
I know. That one was tough. That one worried me a little bit. What comes to mind when I say keys?
Car?
That's right.
Yes.
I'm shocked by that. Good job. $75. Let's try and send Danielle to work with $100, okay? What comes to mind when I say plug? I'm pretty sure Danielle reacted the same way initially. $75. Can we get her to $100 this morning?
In?
That's right.
Yeah.
Good job, you two. I love how much you two are vibing.
Yeah, so close. That was my other word, too, on the...
Okay, but...
And as soon as Lisa said it, I was like, oh, I should have said message.
Yeah. I want both of you to be honest right now. What did you want to say when I said plug?
No, don't say it, Danielle. Don't say it.
For the radio.
Yeah, we're just going to hit this button right here.
It's Slinky, it's Slinky.
And what you gonna do when the Hulkster and his Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
Ryder and Lisa's Nostalgia Off.
Brought to you by Sweet Convenience.
Only on Play 107.
Oh, yeah. Ryder and I never discuss our lists before this, and we've never had the same one, I don't think.
I feel like there was one time we were really close on something, but yeah.
Do you want to kick it off?
Sure.
Get your vote on, by the way, 780-784-7107. Whose list hits you in the feels more?
Being kind of excited about that new cereal you got, but really friggin' excited about the toy in it. The good old days.
Sitting in your computer room after school waiting for your crush to log on to MSN.
Having a sleepover at your friends and playing the new video game they got until like 4 in the morning.
Ooh, that's good. Writing that block letter S on your binder, on your sheets, on your arm, on your friend's arm, on your shoes, on your wall. You know what S I'm talking about.
Watching your sibling getting in trouble and thinking it was the best thing ever.
You like kind of got in on it.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, and you're stupid. And your mom's like, go to your room too. Not stepping on the cracks on the sidewalk because you didn't want to break your mom's back. You've never heard of that?
No.
You're supposed to avoid stepping on the cracks.
I always tried to line my toes up with the cracks.
Oh, that might have been a better answer.
But my mom has a real bad back.
Yeah, true.
And my last one, speaking of mums, one of the most iconic mums ever.
Oh.
Littlefoot's mum.
I'll be with you, even if you can't see me. Littlefoot, let your heart guide you. It whispers, so listen closely.
Why would you make everyone cry?
Oh, we're supposed to be getting people hit in the feels?
Oh.
You're welcome.
Okay, here's my last one. Going towards your crush when you'd play Red Rover.
Just so you could touch?
Yeah.
All right, let's spitfire.
They'd hurt you physically, but also emotionally because they didn't care about you. And you could never get through.
And they'd clothesline you.
Yeah, like right in the gut. Okay, yeah, spitfire real quick.
Being really excited about the toy in the cereal, which usually kind of sucked, actually. Having a sleepover at your friends and playing video games until 4 in the morning. Watching your sibling getting in trouble and thinking it was the best thing ever. And Littlefoot's mom.
Sitting in your computer room waiting for your crush to log on to MSN, that block letter S on your binder, avoiding stepping on the cracks on the sidewalk, and going straight towards your crush during Red Rover. Get your vote on right now. Whose list was better? Everyone that votes is qualified for a gift card to Sweet Convenience.
Play 107, Ryder and Lisa. So, Land Before Time came up in one of the nostalgia offs today. I thought that movie was based on a true story growing up.
It might be.
Yeah, no, but like...
the characters.
Yeah, so I just assumed, I guess as I was a kid, that there was a human that followed the dinosaurs around and wrote down the story.
Yeah.
There's so many flaws in that. Like, I must have been a really stupid kid.
We're asking you the dumbest thing that you believed as a kid. We actually have this question up now on our Facebook page. Jerry's comment is so cute. Jerry writes, I used to think that my grandfather could fix bikes with tobacco. Turns out he just kept his nuts and bolts in old tobacco tins.
Oh, yeah. The tobacco tins.
Dumb things that you believed as a kid.
780-784-7107. Get at us with yours.
Oh, God. Okay, this is ultra stupid. So my sisters both got their periods at like 10, and I was 12, and I still hadn't gotten mine. And I was truly, honest to God, thought it was because I was shaving. And I'm like, if I just keep shaving, I'll never get my period. Honest to God. And then I was like, then I panicked. I'm like, well, obviously it's not just my legs and my armpits. I must shave everything. And I will be period free for life.
Didn't work out for you, though.
Not so freaking much, no.
Thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
Megan wrote in, my dad used to tell me if I didn't eat my vegetables, I would turn into a dog like my brother, who was our German Shepherd. I'd always eat my vegetables. You can't lie to your kid and say the dog you bought used to be your kid's brother and they turned into a dog.
Yeah,
that is
there's some
so funny.
Mental manipulation happening here, eh? This text, I could go to the hairdresser and get them to make my hair longer. I just never chose that option.
Oh, that's cute. I am shocked by how many people are texting in right now saying that they thought chocolate milk came from brown cows.
Yeah.
Why is that one so common? Was there a commercial or something that messed with like a milk commercial, that a cartoon of
Apparently,
some
like
sort?
25% of American adults still think that.
We got some American listeners. Can you text in and let us know if you think still to this day that chocolate milk comes from brown cows?
I mean, like, they have cows there too, so I don't know why that they would think that and we wouldn't. But this text says that adults knew what they were talking about. We're asking you what the most ridiculous thing you believed as a kid was. That's a good one. And James says that quicksand was going to be a real issue.
Yeah, a lot of us thought we would be coming across quicksand a lot more.
Some of these make sense.
Yeah.
Like, you can see why they were put together. Others don't at all. I know one of the things I thought, for some reason, there was a restaurant in my hometown that would put rice in the salt. You've probably seen this before, right? Mm-hmm. I used to think, for some reason, that was mouse poop.
What?
I think rice and mice rhymed. Maybe is how I got to that conclusion, but I would still use the salt, even though I thought there was mice poop in it.
Okay, you are going to love Crystal's text. 25 years ago, on the menu board at McDonald's, it said, "Smiles are free." I read that as, if I smile, my food will be free. So I always had the biggest smile at the till. And I'd be so upset when we wouldn't get our meals for free. That is so cute.
Wasn't smiling hard enough.
Do you know who Mr. Beast is?
Yeah, everyone knows who Mr. Beast is.
Well, some people don't.
Okay, you're right. Anybody who knows.
Most followed person on YouTube, or makes the most money, or
yeah, he's like he's the biggest name in the internet over the last decade.
Did you hear what happened on Halloween? He ran out of candy, so he gave away his house instead. He gave a kid a pair of keys and said, "You can have my house."
Was it his house he gave away, or was it a house? I think it was planned. That's the vibe I got.
Oh.
Because, like, his house...
He gave away a car and a house.
His house would have had, like, gated security, and this looked like it was in, like, a normal neighborhood. So my guess is he bought the house with the intent to give it away to some kid trick-or-treating. And I watched the video. The kid's parents didn't even seem that pumped. Maybe they didn't know what was going on.
They had no idea.
Well, they probably didn't believe it either. But, yeah, he gave the house away to a kid.
Does the kid have to pay the utilities and electricity, or is he also going to cover that? Mr. Beast is wild. I'm just seeing here in the past, he's given away homes to homeless people. He sold his house once for $1 to somebody. How much money is this guy worth?
Oh, like
Mr. Beast.
He'll be a billionaire at some point. My guess.
Worth.
I bet he's $350 million.
No.
Okay.
$120 million. It's probably gone down after giving away
all those houses.
Everything he owns.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.